Bulabinaka, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rock.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selena, I'm from Tavenga Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news, flying Fijians through to the World Cup. Fiji Airways and Samoa Airlines to sign new partnership. And pensioners welcome 15%
From the
increase.
studios of FBC Suva, Amrita Sagar.
The Vodafone Flying Fijians have qualified to the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan as Oceania won after beating Tonga 14-10 in the Pacific Nations Cup match. Both teams were locked 3-3 at the halftime break. Leone Nakarawa scored the only try for the Fijians, while Ben Volavola was the hero of the side, slotting in 3 penalties from his boots. Fiji will be pooled with Australia, Wales, Georgia and Americas too. This will be the 4th consecutive time Fiji will meet Wales in the World Cup and 2nd consecutive time against Australia. Meanwhile, Flying Fijians' match against Samoa is just for formality, but if Fiji manages to beat the Samoans, they'll secure the Pacific Nations Cup for another year. Fiji plays Samoa next Saturday in Apia.
Yes, first and foremost, I just want to thank the Lord Almighty for strengthening us for the past few weeks. It wasn't an easy week for us, but the boys managed to pull it off today. We know we still got another game next week, but yes, we're qualified to the next World Cup, and that's one of our goals, and that's up to the boys.
A 43-year-old farmer of Lambasa was found dead along a tramline near Lambasa town on Thursday. This was confirmed to FBC News by the Police Chief of Intelligence and Investigations, ACP Mbiu Matavo. ACP Matavo says the man was drunk and was lying on the tramline when a locomotive ran over him. A post-mortem will be conducted tomorrow. The deceased is survived by his wife and 3 children. Now, Fiji Airways is currently in discussion to launch a new partnership with the Samoan government to restore its national airline. Chief Executive Andre Filihon says this partnership will be formalized under an agreement that is yet to be signed. Rachel Nath has more.
The proposed partnership entails Fiji Airways to assist Samoa in acquiring a B737 Next Gen. Fiji Airways will also provide support to the airline as well as training for its crew. In an interview with CH Aviation, Fiji Airways Chief Executive Andre Filihun says a joint venture will also be established to cover any additional flights. He says Fiji Airways will also look at opening a 3 times weekly Apia Faleolu Honolulu service, as it currently services the route on a weekly basis. The 2 additional flights will come under the new joint venture. The partnership also proposed 3 of Nandi Apia flights to be upgraded from the current ATR 72-600 to the B737-800. However, Fiji Airways will not hold any shares but will sell tickets on Fiji Airways flight service in Samoa. The Samoan government has also indicated that the Samoan Airways will operate its own jet aircraft in the long term, although one option could involve lease agreements with Fiji Airways. FBC News understands Samoa turned to Fiji Airways for assistance to re-establish the Polynesian Airlines as a full-scale international operator once the joint venture with Virgin Australia expires in December this year. The airline will be renamed from the Polynesian Airlines to Samoa Airways. Filihun told FBC News they're excited about the potential of this partnership. He says Fiji Airways is still working through the details of the MOU in consultation with the parties involved. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
More than 2,300 drivers have been booked for speeding in the last 12 days. This was achieved through the Joint Police and Land Transport Authority Operation Tatarovi 3. Director Traffic SSP Mahesh Mishra says the major cause of these speeding tickets are due to the bad habits, which could potentially result in the loss of life. Simple safety practices that could save a life are still being disregarded, and these include wearing seat belts and the use of mobile phones, which recorded 369 and 21 infringement notices respectively. Mishra says 22 drivers were issued infringement notices for driving with an expired driver's license. The operation ends on the 31st of this month. The Fiji Pensioners Association has welcomed the government's emphasis on pensioners in the 2017-2018 national budget. Retired civil servants will now receive 15% increase in their pension from the 1st of August next month. Sharon Shivan reports.
Fijians who were employed in the civil service prior to 1970 and contributed towards the pension scheme will now benefit from the 15% increase.
Pensioners have been getting increases from time to time. Initially, almost about 6 years ago, we had an increase of 5%, and then 3 years ago, we had an increase of 20% in our pension. And this year, I'm happy to say that once again, the Minister of Economy has considered giving us 15% increase.
Pension scheme. It rises from $14 million to $37.2 million. Government will also restructure this program, which we established in 2013 for persons who are 70 years and over and who did not have any superannuation support.
The spouse of retired civil servants and deceased will continue to receive 60% of the government pension. Around 400 pensioners are part of the association, with the majority of them overseas.
Civil pensioners who are overseas, some have opted to see that that money remains here in their banks or the money be sent to them. So they are enjoying the benefit of the civil pension.
NICAR is calling for more civil pensioners to join the association, which will hold its annual general meeting later this month. Sharon Shivan, FBC News.
The Fiji Electricity Authority will carry out repair and maintenance works at the Nandarivatu switching station tonight. This is part of FEA's annual maintenance plan. FEA says in order to carry out the repairs and maintenance, FEA engineers will de-energize the 132,000 volts transmission line from Nandarivatu to Wailoa and Nandarivatu to the Vunda power station. This means that FEA will not be able to transmit electricity from Nandarivatu and the Wailoa power stations to the Western Division. During this time, FEA will rely on its diesel power stations at Singatoka, Geleloa, Nandi, Vunda and Rakiraki to supply electricity to the Western Division customers from Namatakula to Waimathia in Rakiraki. The maintenance work will be carried out from 9 p.m. tonight to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Still to come, PM's International Business Awards to include all sectors. And Digicel's 4G network services to be upgraded. Details after the break.
Nimbula binaka na yalangunga andi moala rarara na lika o tikonga na tao na Singatoka ando talisaka na bakaronga ng Bula FM nambanduwa na sere.
Miado rasu buli kurang bili. Ibora ni batu karaham para binaranga. Do talitakinan na bakaronga ng Bula FM nambanduwa na sere. Bula!
Bula FM nambanduwa na sere.
The Prime Minister's International Business Awards will ensure that no sector or business is left behind as far as recognizing their contribution to the sustainable development of the economy. The awards with the theme Achieving Sustainable Economic Growth was launched in Suva last night. Akusita Tale reports.
The private sector has an important role to play in sustainable development.
Therefore, we need the private sector to be innovative, to think outside the box, regardless of their sizes, and to go beyond the comfort zones to ensure sustainable development and, most importantly, for protection of our environment.
The minister says our economy has been performing well as it's supported by the pro-growth and sustainable policies put in place by the government and the hard work and dedication from the private sector.
In 2016, the total domestic exports was valued around $1.12 billion, out of which 10 top domestic products were valued at more than $674 million, or 60% of the total domestic export earnings. Some of the major export commodities for Fiji in 2016 were bottled water, gold, sugar, and frozen fish, and manufactured food items such as biscuits.
The contribution by the private sector is being recognized towards the growth of the nation, and this year's Prime Minister's International Business Awards is the platform to reward that hard work. It's spearheaded by Investment Fiji with 12 award categories.
The Prime Minister's International Business Awards mark a journey on how businesses seek to be the best amidst fierce competition and rewarding to those who demonstrate courage and perseverance. There is an immense flame of creativity and entrepreneurship burning in Fiji, and through these awards we would like to commend the bright ideas and ventures, unique products and services that stand out from the rest.
It aims to encourage the concept of boldness, creativity and sustainability, as well as provide an opportunity for Fijian businesses to benchmark performance. The awards night will be held at the end of the year. Akosita Tale, FBC News.
Prime Minister Varanger Bainimarama commissioned a school power supply and handed 75 outboard boats to Richmond High School in Kandavu yesterday. Bainimarama says the boats will assist in the transportation of students to school. 4 schools' facilities were being opened by the Prime Minister during his 2-day visit to Kandavu. The Prime Minister says providing power to schools, rural communities and maritime islands is part of the government's plan to achieve 100% access to electricity by 2020. The major development opportunity in the electricity sector is the availability of untapped renewable energy sources.
Fiji has renewable energy potential which can contribute to 99% of electricity mix by year 2030, given the right enabling environment.
A 30-year-old man charged with 1 count of dangerous driving occasioning death and 1 count of dangerous driving causing harm appeared at the Suva Magistrates Court yesterday afternoon. Elias Dama is alleged to have caused the death of a 2-year-old child in Tamavua last month. Dama had earlier appeared in court as he is also alleged to have hit a 23-year-old woman. Chief Magistrate Usaya Ratovili has adjourned the case to next Tuesday to allow the prosecution to consider whether they would want to drop the charge of dangerous driving causing harm. It's alleged the victim was walking with a woman along the footpath near Tamavua village on the 24th of June when they were both hit by a vehicle driven by the accused. Customers on the digital platform can expect further upgraded services on their 4G network. Chief Executive Darren McLean says the mobile company over the next 12 months will be rolling out upgrading services. He says this exercise will see improvements in mobile internet speed.
An extremely robust 4G network with plenty of capacity on it for our customers. Our data experience is very, very good across all the major centres. So over the next 12 months, we're going to significantly increase our 4G LTE coverage and the data speed.
Up ahead in sports, Nandronga to face Namosi in the Skipper Cup final. And bowlers are to fight for Pineapple Cup. This and more coming up.
Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Kano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Vodafone Flying Fijians coach John McKee was a happy man after his side secured a place in the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan. McKee says it's good to know the pool 2 years away from the World Cup so that the plans on the preparation could start.
That's the pool we wanted to be in, and you know, we've got a lot of work. We know that we've got a lot of work to do between now and 2019. It's good to be just over 2 years out from the World Cup and know exactly where we're headed, and you know, and we'll plan our program thoroughly.
The Nandronga rugby side is on track to defend its Skipper Cup title after beating Suva 25-12 in the semi-final at Lawanga Park. Nandronga led 18-9 at the half-time break, and here are the tries.
Still working hard, cannot be seen from this angle as Mr. Lee is right there, the referee looking for the ball. Nandronga still maintains possession. A quick pass, it is Smother with the weight that he has gone in right on the 3rd minute of the first half. Just the likes of Ralulu, who have graced this paddock for so many years for Nandronga. And can you say that we have found a replacement? Blindside flank and overlap on that side. Ratu Naisa goes away and right on the fire and is waiting and bringing that ball back. And an inside pass it is. There was a beautiful play as the referee waits. And from where we are looking from, it was a perfect try from Nandrunga. From the try line, they've congested it. Can it be an overlap? And then they cast beautifully right in. That is a beautiful piece of play from... It is Suva who has gone out from this competition, and Nandrunga has gone in.
And in the other match at Nurseries Ratu the Kambal Park, Namosi came from behind to beat Neta Siri by 16-13. Viliame Mayono was the hero of the Namosi side, scoring the winning penalty from his boots in the extra time of second half.
Frank Lomani has the opportunity to put Neta Siri up, and he does that. Neta Siri go up 3-0. It's at the back there for Issei Ravolo. It's Sireli Kalodava. And ball kick that time. That's a penalty try. Penalty try for Neta Siri. And that's 7 points straight. Grandstand touchline side. It's there for Penindelai. Penindelai plays the short side. It's Nandruku that takes it up. Levani Koromotu takes it. And Namosi gets the try. 6 meters in from the grandstand touchline side. Namosi has got the try. It's there for Namosi. It's still held. Levani Kurumundu is there. Will he be the man to pick it up? No, it's still at the back there. And it's there for the big man of Namosi. It could come down to another big push there. This time it's there. Namosi have got the try. Let's see who comes up with it. Viliame Mayono strikes with the right boot. And the flags agree. Namosi have won the 2017 Skipper Cup semi-final over Neta Siri.
Fiji football president Rajesh Patel says there is a good chance of Lambasa Subrel Park to host a tournament in the Fiji FA calendar every year. Patel adds that while there are some factors involved before confirming this, the huge turnout at the venue in the past has proven the interest the Northerners have in local football.
And as we go along, there might be good chances that we might be holding one tournament a year there. But it all depends. Once we rotate it all over Fiji, the ground facilities are limited nowadays after the cyclone Winston and the conditions and everything. And so we have to make sure also that we have the facilities to accommodate the teams and the fans and the patrons together.
More than 30 bowlers are part of the Pineapple Cup competition that started in Suva today. The Pineapple Cup is being contested in the singles division in both the men's and women's category. Vashnil Prasad reports there have been no upsets on the first day of the competition.
It's the most prestigious tournament a bowler dreams to win. All top bowlers from around the country have secured a spot heading into the eliminations tomorrow.
The contenders, the 32 of them are all participating well, and we are looking forward to 2 great days of bowling.
While there is a close competition in the men's category, women's division is also an interesting one. Top national bowlers have been tested on day one.
Don't underestimate anyone, and the competition is getting really tough. The new bowlers are coming up really good, and the experienced bowlers, like some of us, we got to be careful on that.
It will be another tough day for the bowlers tomorrow before the champion of the Pineapple Cup is decided. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Reds pivot Quade Cooper kicked an 80th minute penalty to break Brumbies' hearts and steal a 16-15 win last night. Both sides scored a try each in the game, and here are the highlights. Fiji-born Wallabies winger Marika Koroimbete scored 2 tries for Rebels but failed to secure a win against Force last night. Rebels went down 31-22 in Perth. Cloudy periods with some showers was experienced over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands today, with fine weather prevailing elsewhere. In the west, it was a fine day throughout Ba, Lautoka, Nandi and Singatoka. Temperatures in these centres stood at 28 to 29 degrees. Ba was the hottest at 30. Now eastwards, it was a different picture on the other side of Viti Levu as Pacific Harbour received rain. It was cloudy with a little bit of sunshine in the capital. However, it rained in Nosori and Raki Raki. Despite no rain, Suva was the coolest at 27 degrees. And up in Vanua Levu, Lambasa was hot at 32 degrees. Nambawalu at 27 and Savu was cloudy with the coolest temperature at 26 today. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas and moderate southeasterly swells. As for the tides, high tide will be at 5:20 a.m. tomorrow morning with a low tide at 5:46 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Sunrise will be at 6:41. Now for tomorrow, cloudy conditions will be experienced throughout the country. It will be cool at night. The outlook for Monday, it will be fine apart from brief showers over the eastern parts and the interior of the larger islands. It will be cool at night. Southeast winds 15 to 20 knots and moderate to rough seas are expected. Recapping the main stories, Flying Fijians beat Tonga and qualify for the World Cup. Fiji Airways and Samoa Airlines to sign new partnership. And pensioners welcome 15% increase. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. To our poll question, this week we are asking, are you happy with the new tax threshold? Visit our FPC website to answer. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fpcnews@fpc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FPC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FPC News or simply hashtag FPC News. Until next time, good night.
My name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Lao, and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tavua. We love Today FM in Tavua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tavenga Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.